Okay, let's you and I pretend that we really didn't have the Russia-Ukraine, Eastern European issue. The tensions are all gone. I mean, Jeff, we still have a very big fuel crisis, and we have a big food crisis. I mean, those two things are only going to get worse because some of the numbers that we had weren't factored into those CPI and PPIs that we just recently have gotten. I think those are going to get hotter.
Yeah, I mean, food, fuel, rents, housing. I mean, we have some major problems to contend with. So even if we didn't have Russia and Ukraine, we still have a lot of things that keep me up at night. And I think as long as, and we have a Federal Reserve who I honestly, they just act, Jerome Powell just acts dazed and confused. We don't really know what direction he's going in. We just know that he intends to raise interest rates. And if he raises interest rates quickly, then we could really run a risk of going into a recession. And then now, to top it all off, you have a president and a Congress talking about raising taxes, which is not the conversation they should be having right now.
Can you imagine? They're talking about the largest tax rate raise in history. And you're right. We still have the Fed that is raising rates. We're talking about raising rates another half a basis point here. And it'll be interesting to see what we get for a GDP tomorrow and then the non-farm job payroll on Friday, because recently we've seen the consumer starting to push away. That Michigan consumer sentiment number was bad. And I think that we run the real risk here of the Fed doing what I think they're going to do in the end. And they might not try to do it, but they're going to put us into a recession, because just take a look at what these yields are doing.
Yeah, I mean, the consumer sentiment number, the housing numbers, I mean, the supply, there's not a lot of supply for houses, and raising interest rates in an environment where there's no supply creates a tremendous backdrop of stagflation. So yeah, there's a number of things that the Fed really they haven't articulated to us anything that they intend to really do, or articulated how they anticipate it working. So we can't have a lot of confidence that, I mean, basically we can't have a lot of confidence that they have a solution. It's as if the inmates are running the asylum. So we don't really have any reason to sit back and say, well, everybody in charge is going to have this handled. I don't.
Right. I mean, hey, they got us here in the first place. Why do you think that they're the ones going to get us out of it? Right. That's how I feel about it.